What's up, guys? Coming at you. Week 2, XFL. All right, we got a little more information now. Okay, I'm going to come at you with a lineup here that I think is good all around. People that are out on the field, getting touches, getting targets, throwing passes. All right, so I'm going to go through this real quick. All right. Ben DiNucci. He was one of my favorite QBs coming out of week 1. He really showed good potential, and he's got a set of wide receivers that I feel happy about pairing him up with. All right. Running back, I like Ballage. All right. He was involved. I feel is like the cash game guy if you're going to be doing cash games. There are other guys you could go with. Devian Smith at 5,700 is a running back that I like this week also. But Ballage in this lineup, I'm going to be rolling with him. All right. Josh Gordon. All right. Pairing him up with Ben DiNucci. Gordon actually it was heavily owned last week, but he did live up to it. I also like Pearson. Pearson was a guy on the field a lot, getting targets. That's what you want. The guy had 12 receptions last game. So I feel good right there with Ben DiNucci, Gordon, and Pearson. Listen, a lot of people are probably going to feel that way also, but I think, like I said, building this lineup week 2, I like that. Now, Burnett is a guy that he was out there a lot. He was getting targeted. He had 8 catches on 12 targets. That's what you like to see. Now, this guy, Vaughn, Tyler Vaughn's, I think he's a really good value. He secured 4 or 5 targets. All right. I see Houston being one of the better teams in this league. I see them being up in this game. That's why I like Vaughn's. I like the receivers on that team. And you give me a guy for 3,000 that was out there, and making plays. I like that a lot. Now, defense, the Vipers, I threw them in there. Defense it's tough, but I will say this. I do think Orlando is a horrible team this year. And if you can get, the Brahmas, who I do have in a bunch of other lineups, just because I think the Brahmas are way better than them. I like when teams are up. I see them having a lead and being able to send everybody. Orlando's a run-first team, but I see them having the pass to stay in that game. So I do like the Brahmas D. But for this one, I'm going to be going with the Vipers, all right? I'm going to be going with the Vipers. So, yeah, this is the lineup that after doing my research, I came across, and this is one of my lineups that I feel is the safest. Safe, but you do have correlation where you got DiNucci and you got Pearson and Gordon. Okay, it should be a good one. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think. There are some different ways to go, but Ben DiNucci is a guy that I like leading this lineup. I'll be honest with you guys, DiNucci and Silvers are the 2 quarterbacks that I am leaning most towards this week. DiNucci and Silvers. Silvers has a set of wide receivers that I also really like in Burnett and Kirkland. Okay, Burnett and Kirkland are guys that I really like. And like you said, I threw Burnett in this lineup. I wouldn't hate it if you even, swap them out with Kirkland. Um, Landon Akers had a nice game, but I was reading some stuff about him that I don't know if they put him on a reserve list, but I'll be staying away with him for now. Um, yeah, I mean, Martavius Bryant, I think, is due for a big bounce back. He was out there running the routes. He didn't get the touchdowns. The touchdowns went to Badette, but I love Bryant this week. Rambo, too. I had him in a bunch of lineups. The guy was out there. Touchdowns are tough to predict. You want guys that are out there. Even Aitman, too. He was high priced. He was out there a lot. Now, this running back to Abram Smith, everybody played him. He wasn't involved in the passing game, but he was out there. If he falls into the end zone, hey, he could get in there. Max Borghi, he was the guy that's going to be heavily owned too. I do like him a lot. Rod Smithren, he was out there the most for his team. What else you got here? There is a sneaky guy that I played last week, and he got me nothing. This guy, Nick Holly. Nick Holly, I played him in a few lineups last week, just based on last year's stuff. He was involved a lot. And you look at it, he was actually out there. He put up a goose egg, but he was out there running, getting targeted. But I think he got targeted twice, came up with no catches, but he was out there running routes. I think even more than Borghi. So he's a guy you take a flyer on in a GPP. But that's it, fellas. This is a lineup that I feel pretty good and safe about. I know when we're watching the games, these guys will be out there. That's something you're looking for. And, yeah, that's it. Don't forget, it starts tomorrow where we got Seattle and St. Louis going at it.